All right, hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Scott Braun, on-air host at MLB Network. Honored to be here. It's been outstanding thus far, All-Star Week here in New York City. And it actually began well before last night's Home Run Derby with special events just like this being hosted by Major League Baseball and the New York Mets. And thank you all for coming out here in the heat. We'll keep it brief. Today we celebrate the unveiling of the newly renovated outdoor space at PSIS 41 Francis White Elementary School as part of the FirstStepNYC initiative. And as you can see, it's an incredible space, a colorful space that I'm sure all the many boys and girls involved will truly reap the benefits of for years to come. Before I introduce our first speaker, I'd like to acknowledge several organizations who have contributed to this beautiful space. And I want to hear, I've heard big things about the Brooklyn crowd here, so let's hear it from Magical Builders who helped plan and design the courtyard. Yay! All right. As well as Scott's Miracle Grow for their donation of product to support the project. And then to all the volunteers who have graciously donated their time to help with the refurbishment of this space. I'm also honored to recognize two special individuals who have joined us today. Please welcome Sharon Robinson, MLB educational consultant and daughter of Jackie Robinson. I'd also like to welcome Barry Lyons, former Met and member of the 1986 World Series championship team. Barry's right here. Thank you, Sharon and Barry, for joining us. Great to have you here. And now let's get to our all-star lineup of speakers. Leading off, please let me introduce an individual who has helped to spearhead this project, the Honorable Mr. Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Scott, thank you. And first, let me thank the principal. Your name is? I didn't catch it. Ms. Siegel. Terry Siegel, thank you very much for having us. It looks like a wonderful school. I always look when I walk by to see whether people are smiling. Your kids are smiling. You must be a good principal. Either that or you're an easy grader. I don't know which it is. Let me first, we want to make this quick, but let me at the outset remind everybody that one of the reasons we want to make it quick is that it is extremely hot and humid today. It will continue for the next couple days. This kind of weather can be dangerous, particularly if you don't have air conditioning, you're elderly, or have a chronic health condition. And it's very important that you stay cool. There are 425 cooling centers that we've opened around the city for their hours and location, nyc.gov or 311. Also remember to check in on family, friends, and neighbors, especially seniors, to make sure they're okay and in a cool place. For all of us, stay hydrated. If you feel weak or faint, go to a cool place right away. Drink a lot of water. If there's no improvement, call a doctor or 911 immediately. This weather really can be dangerous. And it can also be dangerous for pets as well, so please use some common sense. Make sure your pets have plenty of water. Never leave them alone in parked cars. And for the pets and for you, in the bright, hot sun, not too smart to exercise. There's plenty of time later or earlier to do that. It's a very hot day, but also, let me get to the real meat of this. It's an exciting one, and that's because of tonight's main event, 2013 MLB All-Star Game at New York's own Citi Field. Yes. Now, our city was thrilled to be chosen as host of the All-Star Game for many reasons. We estimate that the week's events, including tomorrow's Midsummer Classic, will bring nearly 200,000 visitors and more than $190 million in revenue to the city. And that's great. People will come here. They'll go home and say, New York is safe, New York is clean, New York is friendly, New York is affordable, New York is exciting, all the things that we want to have to keep our tourism business grow. But I think also this is a great thing for people that live in New York. We always talk about these events to bring in tourists. What about making sure that the people that live here and pay the taxes are happy and proud of where we are? And I think we can all say that. So we all want to thank Major League Baseball for their confidence in us. And I think we're going to show them that this is just the most wonderful day. This is the right venue to have their events. We knew that MLB and the Mets working together have a great history of bringing things back to the community, and one of the things we wanted to talk about here, they're really knocking it out of this park in partnership with the Mayor's Fund to Advance New York City and NYC Service. MLB and New York Mets are committing $5 million to service the projects around the city. Megan Sheikey, who runs the Mayor's Fund, is right over there waving. This includes the transformation of the courtyard here at PSIS 41, made possible by a donation of $300,000 from the New York Mets and Major League Baseball. The new courtyard will be a great resource for 600 kindergarten to 8th grade students here at PSIS 41 and for the young New Yorkers who will attend the brand new early childhood center that will open here in September. And the new center is called FirstStepNYC, and it will offer full-day, year-round programs for children ages 6 weeks to 5 years. The Next Step NYC will also be home to the new Early Education Leadership Institute that will support professional growth for early childhood educators. In its first 5 years, we expect the Leadership Institute to work with more than 1,000 directors of early childhood programs across the city, including Early Learn NYC and the Department of Education Pre-K. And we have our school's chancellor here, Dennis Walcott. We also have the great leader of ACS. The judge is been a very good commissioner, but he can go back to being a judge anytime, so I would always be nice to him. He's got one of the toughest jobs in the city. There's no right answers for lots of kids who just aren't as lucky as the rest of us. And our volunteerism is also represented by somebody who's heading off to a spin class. Is that right? Is that what you're doing? I just had to tell him. You can't do this during working day, can you? Anyways. First Step NYC founder, director Laura Ensler, whose vision is really behind this driving force, and it also includes, as I said before, Commissioner Ron Richter and Diane Billings-Burford. So thank you for everybody. SCO's Family of Services will operate the center, and its Chief Program Officer, Renee Skolaski, as well as the Fund for Public Schools and the Mayor's Fund to Advance New York City. And also want to thank Terry Siegel for hosting us, and the NYC Service and MLB volunteers here today. Lastly, I want to thank Major League Baseball and the Mets for making a big difference. Thank you for your partnership. We're excited about tonight's big game at Yankee Stadium. The popcorn better be good. No, did I say Yankee Stadium? No, I didn't say that. Did I really? Citi Field.
I don't mean to correct you.
So you should correct me. That's Citi Field. Because here it says there are 2 Yankees on the other team. But there are 2 Mets.
That is correct.
Is that correct? That's good. The Mets guys start. Is that right? Okay. But they come to bat second.
And it's on Fox.
And it's on, and walks it on Fox. No matter who wins this, it is at Citi Field, which I will take the subway out to, as I would recommend people to do, because there'll be lots of interest and lots of traffic. And, when cars get stuck in the hot weather, the great ways to go is mass transit. And I just wanted to say also thanks to the Wilpon family for all of their confidence, not just in the Mets, but this is a family that has really made a big difference outside of baseball in New York City. A great corporate family and for the city, so thank you. Laura?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and postgame on MLB Network as well. And as he mentioned, beautiful Citi Field, proud home of the New York Mets. Really a wonderful event to host these all-star festivities this week. And here on behalf of the Mets, the Chief Operating Officer, let's welcome Jeff Wilpon. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you. Sorry to correct you, Mr. Mayor, but anyway, this is just a great end to a week of a lot of different things that we've done in the community. Being out here and seeing this transformation, I can only imagine what the before and after pictures look like, but congratulations to everybody that was involved. The Mets, through the mayor's office, Patty Harris and others, we'd like to do things like this. This was one of the things they've been very helpful to us in Major League Baseball. The commissioner, Tim Broslin, bringing the All-Star game here doesn't just happen. The city has been extraordinarily supportive and helpful with all the resources they bring. And to do things like that, like this, part of the Mayor's Fund is something that we like to do and are very happy to do. So, again, congratulations. Use it well, Principal, and I hope the kids enjoy it.
Thank you, Jeff. The Mets and Major League Baseball have teamed up this week and really done a phenomenal job. So here on behalf of Major League Baseball, the Executive Vice President of Business, Tim Broslin.
Thank you very much. I'll see if I can be briefer than Jeff. On behalf of the Commissioner of Baseball and the other 29 teams, we want you to know how privileged and proud we are to be able to invest in First Step New York City. You know, there is nothing more important to us than investing in the youth of our country. And again, we consider it a privilege to be able to partner with the mayor and the Mets to help out this program. This is the final announcement we're going to make on legacy projects. Baseball and the Mets will have invested $5 million at the end of the day. again, it's a privilege for us. We have to thank the Mets. We have to thank the Wilpon and Katz families. And we also have to thank Mayor Bloomberg himself, but Patty Harris, Dennis Walcott, and hundreds of other folks in the Bloomberg administration who've made this a seamless week of events for us. We're really proud and privileged to have partnered with you on everything here in New York City. This is it. This is our last one, so shameless plug. If you can't be at the ballpark, there's a red carpet parade going down 42nd Street. I'm told 42nd Street looks magnificent right now, so news cameras starts at about 1:45. Please get out there. You get to see Major League Baseball All-Stars, and then watch on Fox at 8 o'clock. But thank you, everyone, for all the support New York City's given us. It's been really a terrific experience. On behalf of the Commissioner and the clubs, thank you.
Thank you, Tim. And just to add, Major League Baseball and the Mets have contributed over $5 million toward local all-star projects in the New York metropolitan area. It really means a lot to our community here. And now I want to re-welcome the mayor back up to take some questions from everyone.